Welcome back. We're going to take a quick look at today's top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. We're going to be taking a look at number 1, Bitcoin, down to Ethereum, BNB, XRP, OKB. OKB is number 7. Wow. Cardano, Polygon, and then we'll end with Dogecoin at number 10. Let's get straight into it. For Bitcoin against USDT, here we are. We're still above the skinny pink line. I don't know if this is the inverse head and shoulders. I would like to call this an inverse head and shoulders, but I'm not entirely convinced that it is. Shout out to Ali. Ali is one of us, and Ali was showing us that, excuse me, Bitcoin against the euro looks much cleaner, right? It looks like a inverse head and shoulders, right? If you look at Bitcoin against, let's say, for example, Japanese yen, yeah, it's no longer as clean, right? It's a higher high. If you look at Bitcoin against GBP, right? Where is this? Coinbase! Yeah. So what does this look like? Yeah. It's a higher high. Even for Bitcoin against USDT, right? It's generally a higher high. Right? It's a higher high. Just slightly, marginally higher high. And you can cut across if you want to, but I don't think that it is what we think it is. So, you know, I'm still not exactly sure what Bitcoin is trying to do. You know, is this an inverse head and shoulders? Doesn't feel like it to me. It's not exactly as clean as I would expect. We are above the skinny pink line, yes, and so we are biased bullish for Bitcoin, but we're cautiously bullish because we're not entirely sure. You can see a hammer over here, a Mjolnir has appeared. So are we going to continue higher, or are we going to slice back down? I can't say for sure. Could we form mountain ranges over here? Maybe a head and shoulders. We slam down. Not too sure. We're not too sure. Yeah. Again, we just don't see the clear tradable chart pattern yet for Bitcoin, right? We can count 5 waves very beautifully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So of course it would be sweet if you could get a correction, right, of sorts. Get a wave 2, right? If this whole thing is a wave 1, hopefully we have a correction for a wave 2, right? And then we rise for a wave 3. Ta-da! Correction for a wave 4. And we rise for a wave 5. That'll be a thing of beauty, right? Wouldn't it? But at the same time, if we were to form a proper wave 2, right, if we really do retrace to take out this low, right, then I feel like, you know, we're still going to be going under the skinny pink line. So this could be a considered as a failed attempt to break above the skinny pink line. And so there is also the danger that things could still drop all the way down, right? And then we get mountain ranges, and we hit lower for Bitcoin against USDT, right? That's still possible. Yeah, again, we're still not entirely sure though if this is it for Bitcoin. Yes, there's high volume here, you know, accumulation at this area and this area, but at the same time, as we were rising, there's also huge volume as we are rising. So there's selling happening as well, so I'm not entirely sure of things. So there are some mixed signals in the market right now. I would love to believe that this is the bottom, and you know, we're going to go back up, but I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, when you're not entirely sure, you know, don't rush into anything, right? Be patient and wait for things to be clearer first, right? The water is quite muddy at the moment, and you don't know if you were to enter into the water, if there's a crocodile, which is whales, a crocodile that's just, you know, lurking beneath, and once you make a move, yeah, the crocodile eats you up. So you want to be very, very careful, right? Risk aversion is very important when it comes to trading, right? You do not want to give back into the markets everything, you know, that you have already made. You want to preserve your capital and wait for the moments to strike. And for Bitcoin, I don't think there's any moment to strike yet. Not for me though. So, I mean, of course, I could be totally wrong and things could just go para from here. That would be great, awesome, you know, but I just don't see it yet. So, yeah, we're being very careful. Moreover, there's a clear double bearish divergence, right? Lower high on the RSI, lower high on the MACD, but higher high on the price. There's weakness. Doesn't mean we're going to be reversing back down, right? That's because you see a double bearish divergence. We could still continue higher, right? So yeah, case in point, you know, if you look over here, 1, 2, 3, a triple bearish divergence, right? This is actually an ending fifth wave diagonal. But anyway, triple bearish divergence, lower highs on the MACD, as you can see, lower highs on the RSI. So what happened? Reversal. But not always. There was once when we had a double bearish divergence. Right, we did reverse a little bit, but this was the super rally that came. And again, we got a double bearish divergence over here. Higher high on the price, but lower high on the MACD, lower high on the RSI, higher high on the price. So what happened? After we formed the high, how long was it before we started collapsing? Yeah, about 7 days. Right, when we formed the high over here, how much longer was it before we completed the head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder? How long was it before we started breaking the support? Yeah, 31 days. It could be 7 days, it could be 31 days. It's just not really that clear. But this was the double bearish divergence that pulled us down all the way, 77%. So yeah, again, just because you see a double bearish divergence doesn't mean we're going to be reversing back down. We could still hit higher from here, but the reason why this double bearish divergence is different from this double bearish divergence is because this double bearish divergence rested on top of the big papa support before we broke out. Right, there's no papa support. There's no support at all. So this could be the big difference. Right, we've been slicing in and out of the resistance line, so we didn't really have a clean break. I mean, if this were to be a right shoulder, right, we should have a clean break, hit towards 28K, retrace, touch the support, and then we bounce off of it, right? Papa support. But yeah, this chart pattern isn't really as mega as this. This is a mega kill. Yeah, this is not. So this is a, it's just it's just not really that high quality. So yeah, I don't have that much confidence for Bitcoin. Not at this point of time. Not saying we can't go any higher, but yeah, this double bearish divergence. I can feel and smell the weakness. But we're above the skinny pink line again. So mixed signals everywhere for us. If you look at Bitcoin dominance, we are above the skinny pink line. Yes, sir. So the question is, are we going to see a continuation of Bitcoin dominance rising? If Bitcoin dominance rises, are we going to get a descending triangle over here for Bitcoin, right? As Bitcoin collapses, will this happen? Right? I mean, as in Bitcoin dominance collapsing. Will it happen? The only time, not only time, but usually when Bitcoin dominance rises, it's when Bitcoin is falling and everyone is falling faster than Bitcoin. And that's where the Bitcoin dominance rises. So there is the potential for Bitcoin to still head lower. Because of the dollar index. If you look at the DXY, yeah, we could be seeing moves for the DXY. We could be forming another new high first before we fall lower, right? The expectation is for the dollar index to form an inverse head and shoulders over here. So we might head towards the resistance line, bounce off of it, form a right shoulder, and the DXY continues rising higher. Do you know how crazy this is going to be as the dollar continues to strengthen, right? Yeah, this is going to be very bad for a while. For a while, it's going to be bad. Eventually, we'll recover, but for a while, it's going to be bad for Bitcoin stocks. Yeah, so I'm not so sure what's going to be the catalyst for the rise, but yeah, it could be crazy inflation and interest rates being raised to try to pull inflation down, right? Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes first, right? We'll cross the bridge when the time comes. All right, moving on would be Ethereum. Ethereum against BTC. Here we are for Ethereum against BTC. We're on the daily, and again on the daily, we feel like maybe this is a descending triangle that Ethereum could be, falling lower. I'm like, yeah, but the Shanghai upgrade is coming, so I don't know. The Shanghai upgrade might not be something good, right? And we could be falling. I don't know if this is going to happen, right? There's also a danger that if you were to fall lower, we form a very nice clear support line. We could be breaking the support line to lower levels for Ethereum BTC. But this is going to be beautiful. You know why? Yeah, because this could be the completion of a wave C, right? This might take the entire 2023 to happen. And we form a wave C. After that, once we're done, we get a DE, and 2024, Bitcoin halving, we go parabolic for Ethereum, right? This would be sweet though. And yeah, I think Ethereum is going to play a very big part in our future. And I think that if you were to really truly draw for Ethereum, this will be a big final chance for us to start accumulating. Potentially, I can't say for sure, but I feel that we have to abide by our time and wait for the for things, you know, to show us. We need a signal, right, to get triggered first. So we just don't see the signal yet. The signal is short right now. If anything, Ethereum BTC, we're expecting it to hit 0.06 and after that 0.05 eventually, right? But I fear that we might overachieve our targets and we might form a very high quality, you know, descending triangle over here, which could bring us much lower. So yeah, you gotta be very, very careful. I mean, of course, we could also form something like a cup and handle, right? But I'm leaning towards the bearish side of things. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, right? Ethereum against USDT. Yeah, this is Ethereum against USDT. I kid you not, we still have our $666 target, right? The devil, the sign of the devil. And I feel like we could still come back lower, form a very nice, again, descending triangle as we head lower. Absolutely. The risk is still there, so I'd be very, very careful. Absolutely very careful about rushing into anything. Ethereum against USD is finding resistance right now at the skinny pink line, and I could also count 5 waves, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the question we have is this the top of wave 5? Are we going to see another top first before we head lower, or are we going to start breaking out from here? I can't say for sure. I just don't see it yet. I don't see the trade for Ethereum, not at this point of time. Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced that Ethereum is going to head higher, right? There are a lot of, I've been on Twitter, a lot of Twitteratis, excuse me, they are super bullish on Ethereum. I was like, I don't know, I don't kind of agree about that. Just by looking at the charts, I just feel like there's actually more downside. So I don't know. I'll just stand on the mountain. You know, I feel like I'm on the mountain on my own. So that's totally fine. I think I'll just stand on the mountain on my own with my analysis. So yeah, that's me. I think that there's still potentially more downside. So we're going to be very, very careful about rushing into anything for Ethereum, right? Because there's still danger for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's just not really clearly out of the woods yet. Of course, I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, you know, I'll be quick to change my mind and yeah, hope to exploit the market if possible, right? BNB against BTC. Yeah, we're in a falling channel. Yes? No? Not too sure. We are very close to the support though, right? We broke out of the resistance. And once resistance is broken, it becomes support. So are we going to bounce off of the support point? Or are we going to slice through the support? If we slice through the support, dear Lord, this is going to be a head and shoulders. Oh boy, this is going to be so bad. So bad. And then we could be heading much lower for BNB against BTC, right? That could abso-freaking-lutely happen for BNB. So yeah, again, but the best thing to happen to BNB is we bounce here. We rise up, right? Like a phoenix. But again, we need permission from BTC as well. We need BTC to start turning bullish. So again, we're still not entirely sure at this point of time. BNB against USDT. Again, we were saying that once we take out the highs over here, we will consider these targets as invalidated, right? And we could be, again, there's also danger over here, right? Mountain 1, Mountain 2, Mountain 3. Binance collapses to 122. I suspect if we were to hit to 122, we may go past $100 into double-digit territory before seeing some sort of a reversal back up for BNB. Absolutely possible. So the danger is still there that BNB could hit much, much lower if we come back to support. So you have to watch out for this. It's very important that we do not come back to support. We just keep crawling slowly, crawling up and up and up. Yeah, okay, this would be great. This would be great, right? Because this will be a completion of the inverse head and shoulders. And this will be a mega, mega bullish chart pattern that could bring us much higher, right? Probably for 4 digits BNB. This would be absolute insanity if it happened, right? So yeah, but we need to see the chart pattern first. We just don't see it yet, so there's nothing much that we can do about it, right? Even on the smaller time frames, if you were to zoom into, let's say, the 4 or 1 hour, you might be able to spot mountain ranges over here. Pum. We complete mountain number 2. And then mountain number 3, we hit lower. there'll be like March, April, May. I don't know what's coming. Maybe because there's something bad news. I don't know. I just can't see it yet. I'm not really sure. So yeah, so we're being very, very careful about rushing into anything for BNB. XRP against BTC. Yeah, for XRP, we're almost certain. We're not, but we're almost certain. There's a chance that I could be wrong. That there's still much more downside for XRP, BTC. We're probably gonna head towards this noisy area over here. We're gonna slice through here and head towards here. Of course, I could be wrong, right? But yeah, best bullish case scenario is we do this, right? If I'm wrong, right? But I feel like we're gonna head lower, potentially to triple digits again. We're 1605. We could hit to under 1000, sub 1000. So the danger is still there, in my opinion, that we could still drop much lower for XRP BTC. XRP USDT. Yeah, so for XRP USDT, we still, again, I still feel like I'm on the mountain. I feel like I'm standing on my own on the mountain. You know, everybody's. I saw somebody on Twitter. He posted XRP. He was like, okay, this is the falling channel for XRP. Yes, I think we're going to be breaking the resistance and to break higher. Of course, it could happen, but I don't think so. This is a bearish chart pattern to me. This is not a bullish chart pattern. I could be very, very wrong. If we do break the skinny pink line, and if we do break it with big momentum, big buying pressure coming in, then yes, potentially we could continue higher, right? This could be an ascending triangle in the making. And then we could see a nice reversal, right? I could be so wrong, and XRP could just start turning bullish, but not at this point of time. I don't think so. I think there's still more downside, and I think XRP is going to head towards sub 20 cents because we have targets for sub 20 cents, 19 cents, 16 cents. I don't know about 16 cents, but if you were to head lower to sub 20 cents, I suspect we're going to be hitting target 1, and more likely than not target 2. Of course, no guarantees, but doesn't look good, and this is as bearish as it gets. So yeah, could we break higher? Break the skinny pink line? Of course, we could break the skinny pink line and form an even bigger descending triangle. Of course, but yeah, I can't say for sure at this point of time, right? But again, I'm expecting big things for XRP. I think XRP will eventually go very, very high if we were to drop first. The condition is we must drop, hit targets, start a very nice base for our rocket launch. And then eventually, yeah, XRP just go parabolic. What's parabolic? Parabolic towards the upside. So yeah, again, we're just being very patient, and we're not going to rush into anything until we see clear tradable chart patterns for XRP. OKB. Okay, OKB is a rare cookie. OKB is the only one that is bullish, that we have bullish targets, right, at 0.0033. We're at 0.0022. So 22233 is another 11. So yeah, just a little bit more to go. Okay, it's not a little bit. It's actually quite a lot. 45% more to go. So yeah, we're still buyers bullish for OKB. OKB is still rising higher, and you can see that the difference between OKB and the other coins is that we broke the skinny pink line with clear conviction. We broke the resistance line. We hit support. We consolidated above the support. We formed a bullish continuation chart pattern in the form of a symmetrical triangle, and we just continue higher from there. And on the way up, if you zoom into the smaller time frames, let's say the 5 minutes, you will be able to see continuation chart patterns, but only in the smaller time frames as OKB continues higher, right? It's slowly crawling its way up. So if Binance could do something like this, right, slowly crawl its way up, this would be sweet. This would be absolutely sweet for OKB Binance. But yeah, we're buyers bullish. We expect things to hit first. Pam! If there were to be any correction, we expect things to hit first, right? OKB BTC, OKB USDT. Here we are. Again, more upside to be expected. Our target is $75. This was a very nice symmetrical triangle. The thing about OKB is it's only on OKB exchange. It's not tradable anywhere else. So if you don't have an account in OKB, you cannot be trading OKB. I think you can get it on Uniswap if I'm not wrong. Let's look at markets. Cherry Swap. Okay, whatever Cherry Swap maybe. I suspect this could be Uniswap is available, but the volume is only 2,000, so not good enough for me. Bione? What's Bione? 11 million. Wow, almost the same as OKX. Now this is very scary. Look at this. CoinGecko has this trust score. I love CoinGecko for the trust score. It tells you whether if this is suspicious or not. If you see a red dot on the trust score, don't trade on this exchange. Very dangerous. Very dangerous, right? JSwap, yeah, maybe you can trade on JSwap, but yeah. But anyway, moving on would be where are we? ADA. Hey, Charles Hoskinson, what's up? ADA BTC, yeah. You're still expecting more downside. I suspect we are going to breach 1,000. We are at 1,552. To target, it's not too far away. 1,000 is like, again, not too far away as well. But Cardano, whew, once it's done, you can see Cardano starts going parabolic. Again, I can't guarantee if this is going to be happening on the year 2024. This might take many years, right? Maybe 2028 before we see any clear big break. So 2024 could be a down and an accumulation type of a year, right? 2024, 2025, maybe 2026 could be down years. But come 2028, this is actually potentially an 8-year accumulation for Cardano against Bitcoin. And if and when the time comes, yeah, super duper spike for ADA BTC. But it might take 5 more years, right? So you must keep that in mind that it might take time for, you know, but if you were to build the launch pad, right, this will be a solid rocket launch pad for Cardano. Big rockets, right? Big rocket launches, yeah, and Cardano could go to the moon. You feel the smoke, can you see the smoke? It flies off. Woo! Okay, so coming back to, you know, come back to Earth, right? We feel that, yeah, potentially there could still be more downside first before we see any sort of an bullish reversal, right? So brace yourselves for more downside for ADA against BTC. I don't have any target way past 1222, so be careful, right? ADA against USDT. We do not have any target for ADA USDT as well, and we don't see any clear bullish reversal. Not yet, not at this point of time. Could ADA start reversing up from here? Of course, maybe an inverse head and shoulders, maybe. Again, but if we build mountain ranges over here, then it's not going to be good for ADA, and then potentially there could be more downside to come for ADA against USDT. Right, we're still under the skinny pink line. So we respect the skinny pink line and anticipate more downside until ADA starts reversing. Right, like when we broke the skinny pink line and we just went on a rampage, yeah, we respect the skinny pink line. We remain bullish until we cross back over the skinny pink line. We switch bearish. And so, yeah, and we've stayed bearish for Cardano for a long time, ever since breaking, when was this? November 2021, right? So yeah, even in November, I already felt that, okay, things don't really feel that good to me in the markets. I feel really truly bearish. And so that's why if you look at, I think I put a tweet over here. Yeah, I was saying, you know, this was on the 4th of December. In November, I felt it, you know, and I mentioned how things could be, you know, collapsing for Bitcoin at this point of time, right? And yeah, Cardano started falling as well. So yeah, again, we respect the skinny pink line. We might be close to the end though, right? So like, for example, right, when things were very close over here, we're very close to the skinny pink line, very close to the skinny pink line. All right, maybe there could be a strong rally, there could be a strong correction, a strong dip, and then after that, maybe we come back and we cross the skinny pink line for real, right? And we come down, cross the skinny pink line for real. As the skinny pink line starts curving back up. Something like that, right? I can't say for sure, so yeah, I don't see it yet. Of course, we could still break from here, but yeah, be careful. Be very careful. MATIC against BTC. Here we are. Okay, MATIC has already broken the resistance line. MATIC, just like OKB, has potential to go higher, right? MATIC has a 10,980 target. We're at 5,004. So if we do not break back down under the support line, then we will be expecting MATIC to continue higher to 10,980. One of the few bullish coins. Right, OKB is one, MATIC is another. Just by looking at the BTC pair, MATIC against USDT, we are, yeah, again, I'm not really sure. Things can always go wrong, right? And if things go wrong, I can see how it's going to go wrong. We're going to come back down, form a very nice head and shoulders, right? This whole thing could be a left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We collapse down for MATIC. Will this happen? I don't know. But again, we respect the skinny pink line. We are above the skinny pink line already. We've been slowly crawling our way up. So even if you do correct, I would anticipate us to consolidate and continue higher for MATIC. Can things go very, 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 very wrong for MATIC? Yes. Yes, there is. There is also a potential that MATIC could come back down, form a mega descending triangle, and we head towards sub 10 cents. I kid you not, we may even go to 4 cents. There's actually a 4 cents target. But again, we'll cross the bridge if and when the time comes. But yeah, if you were to go any higher, then hopefully we get a consolidation above the skinny pink line and continue higher for MATIC against USDT. Best bullish case scenario if we get that. So yeah, again, we need more information first. We're not too sure what's going to happen over here. Is it going to be a down? Are we going to continue higher? We need time to give us the info. What's going to happen here? Head and shoulders fall or higher, consolidate. Yeah, we don't know. It's a question mark. Moving on would be Dogecoin against BTC. Here we are, Dogecoin against BTC. Okay, it doesn't really look good. We actually did break above the skinny pink line, but we failed to sustain the move above the skinny pink line, and now we are already under it. Not good, boys. Not good, boys and girls. Not good. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what Dogecoin is trying to do. I suspect if we were to, turn into something bullish, it's going to look like this. Slowly crawling our way down, and then a spike, right? Slowly crawling our way down. Hopefully we don't take this out, and after that a spike, slowly crawling our way down, spike, and it gets, the volatility gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and then eventually, boom, we hit to the moon for Dogecoin. But again, like I was saying, this might be 2028, right? It might not come in 2024. 2024 might be a year of shorting, right? There's also a danger that Dogecoin form mountain ranges over here. We get a nice descending triangle, and we continue lower for Dogecoin. The danger is still there that Dogecoin could still fall much lower. So we need to be very careful about rushing into a trade too soon for Dogecoin. Again, I already see the danger here. This is very scary, right? This is already mountain number 1. I feel like I could get mountain number 2, complete 3, and then pump, we collapse. Absolutely possible. Could we still rally all the way back up? Of course. Of course. But any clear signs of a bullish reversal? No. No, there isn't. I suspect even if we do rally, we might do something like this. Not really that confident about Dogecoin. I suspect Dogecoin might head back under 1 cent. And this is just preparation for mountain number 2. This is mountain number 1. And after that, we will probably get the third mountain and we head towards 1 cent. It's crazy stuff, right? Absolutely possible. So I can't say for sure. I wish I could tell you that things are turning bullish, but we're not. We're finding resistance at the skinny pink line, and we're not breaking convincingly. So again, we respect the skinny pink line. Skinny pink line is acting as a proper resistance right now, and so more downside is to be expected for Dogecoin. Alright, I guess that's it for today's top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. Yes, it feels pretty bearish, but again, we are looking at this from a larger perspective. Of course, in the smaller time frames, we can always trade, scalp the small little inefficiencies of the market, but overall, the picture is pretty bearish for me. And yeah, we're being very careful. We're preserving our gunpowder, and we're waiting for the opportunity to deploy our capital, whether if it's towards the long side or towards the short side. All right, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-da!